Y'all know nothing about that. Hey, man. If you come to this damn organization and you don't have instant talent off rip, if they don't see it off rip, you're out of there. You're not getting a chance. They're not going to try to get you better. You have to have talent right off rip. Potential is not a word in Dallas. Players with potential that need to be coached up will not make this roster. And if you do make this roster, they'll fail you. You won't last long. You won't last very long. You have to overcome adversity. You have to overcome lack of teaching from these coaches. And you have to overcome the mindset of just being a rookie and already play to the level of expectation of Jason Garrett, Scott Linehan, and Jerry Jones, which is damn near basically Pro Bowl level your first year. Because if you don't, you're out the door. The past couple of weeks been in the news about all these damn coaches, Cliff Kingsbury, and I think I said his name right, and fucking Josh McDaniel probably taking the job in goddamn Green Bay, and Urban Meyer, one of the best college offensive gurus ever, retiring. And I'm just sitting back listening to all these great names of coaches, even the Oklahoma coach, you know, possibly taking an NFL job. I'm looking at all the great names of coaches, and I've just thought about how I've watched these coaches over the past decade and a half, because I've been mentally able to understand football since like 96, since a young boy. But as far as all the analytics and understanding the true game, I say around 99, when I first became a Florida Gator fan in 99. I've been a Cowboy fan since I was on this earth. Knowledgeable Cowboy fan in 96 at 8 years old. But I just sit back and I've been watching this shit like, goddamn, all the offensive gurus and great head coaches, and I just been running by the list of names over the past 2 weeks, and I'm like, goddamn, what the fuck is wrong with Jerry? Man, some great goddamn college coaches out there. There's some great NFL coaches out there. And our coaches, scratch that, before I even talk about our coaches, every coach I've just named have brought players that had potential, have brought their best out of them. Their fucking best. I mean, turned players into, oh my God, man. What Urban Myers went down to Ohio State and did cannot be duplicated. What he did in Florida with the Gators, 2 national championships, Tim Tebow, Heisman Trophy winner, what he did in Florida, second to none. What Josh McDaniels does, I mean, it's we already know they gave him more money to stay with New England. He almost had a head coaching job last year with this year with the Colts. But New England was like, hey man, we need you, stay here. And he stayed. And I just think the impact that these type of coaches have that can actually teach players and build. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. If we had Josh McDaniels, Rico Gathers would be one of the best tight ends in the NFL. I'm stamping that. If we had Josh McDaniels, Rico Gathers would be top 5 tight ends. Like I said, when you come to Dallas, potential isn't good enough. You have to be already capable of making Pro Bowl, Super Bowl type plays, or they will throw you away, put you on the practice squad, put you on the 53 and the 46, and you'll just be on the sideline like Rico Gathers and some of these other guys. Potential doesn't fly in Dallas. With the Cowboys, you have to come in being already ready. They ain't got time to coach you up because they don't know how. And if you're, damn, she fine. Man. But if you're not already ready to play football on a level where Jason Garrett, Linehan ain't got to constantly teach you, you won't make it in this organization. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. We've seen guys do it, man. Martellus Bennett. People don't know he was a Cowboy. Super Bowl champion. Amendola. He was a Cowboy. Super Bowl champion. DeMarcus Ware. He was a Cowboy. Super Bowl champion. You know, DeMarcus Ware was a beast when we had him. You know, but I'm just talking about the guys that they don't coach because they can't. You know, if it weren't for Dak Prescott being so resilient and going out there making plays, damn near killing himself, I don't even know if he will have a job next year. But Dak goes out there and prove everybody wrong, including me sometimes, even though he still screws up. Sometimes he shut me up because he's a he's a good football player overall. You know, overall, he's a good football player. And man, it's just real frustrating when I'm looking at all these damn coaches that know how to build players up and make good goddamn players out of guys with potential that don't know how to bring it out. The Cowboys organization just doesn't. Jason Garrett and Scott Linehan are the faces of failure in this organization. They don't teach shit. They go to work, they call plays, and they go home. Same trash-ass playbook, same trash-ass plays through the same damn personnel. Defenses know what we're gonna do when they see who's out there. I mean, they see Jordan Lewis out there. What's the only play Jordan Lewis gonna do on offense? The jet sweep. It was the same thing we did with Ryan Swisher the few times we used him, Lucky Whitehead, Dwayne Harrison. It's the same shit, man. Young guys that's in college, bust your ass. Because if you want to be a Dallas Cowboy, you better come in prepared to be a Pro Bowler your first year and play like one. Because if you don't, if you have potential, if people hear you potential, that's an allergic word in Dallas. You got to come in being a good player already, understanding the playbook. Rico Gather doesn't get played because he couldn't get the playbook and they didn't try to teach it to him. They just hope he came to practice the next day and understood instead of pulling him to the side and putting somebody else with him, the tight end coach. And, you know, I just wanted to rant about the coaches real quick. Look at the news, man. All these offensive geniuses' names just floating around. Then you look at ours. It's what we got, man. But today's lesson, man. Potential doesn't keep you a job in Dallas, man. You gotta be already good. That's why we always use the phrase on the round table, you gotta outplay the coaches, because if you don't, you're gonna get the buck or the blame, you're gonna lose, and you'll probably lose the job also. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today, man. I'm out. Fifth Quarter Cowboys.